say $578,000?
Yes, I did.
No. If you're really doing this for us, then you'll split that money in half and you'll give me my half. I mean, it's only right. I am your wife.
Hey, it's your girl Courtney with Shadowing Pros, where entertainment lives. And today we are interviewing two of the main cast members and the director of Atlantafornication. Enjoy.
My name is Christopher Kendrick, and the name of this film is Atlantafornication. It's dropping very, very soon. And we're here with Crystal Ferris and Van Cooper. They're like the leads in this film. And the way we met, casting, me and Crystal actually worked together on the film in 2019. And, she killed it so much that I had to bring her back and had to lock in with her. And Van, I just met Van this year through a casting, and Van killed it, so we had to put him on.
Okay. So, Crystal, when you got offered the role, what did you think the title meant before you read the script? Like, what did you think that was going to be about? Now that you know what it's about, what did you think it was going to be about?
Exactly what it sounds like. A lot of, fornicating in Atlanta. I thought it was going to be just a plethora of people, a group. I had no idea based on the title. Like, I thought it was 6, 7 people going around Atlanta. I had no idea. I can't even be creative with it. It was until we sat down and read the script. Like, I had no idea what I was going to get into at first. But I mean, it was exciting from the moment we started reading. So.
Van, what about you? When you got approached, what did you think that the story was going to be about based off the title?
Basically the same thing, but I had a feeling that it was going to be something different because my sides were interesting. Started reading it, I was like, this is going to be different. It's not going to be your typical film just following people around Atlanta. So.
Okay, you mean more of like a documentary type thing, or what you mean?
No, I didn't know exactly what it was going to be. I just knew it was going to be interesting.
Okay. And Chris, where did you get the title from? Like, what inspired the movie for you?
It's crazy because originally, like, I wrote this. This is like something I wrote like in 2015, so it's been a while, and I actually wrote it in California. And so when I wrote it, I didn't really, I wrote it for that kind of environment, and it actually had a different name. But I think when I came to Atlanta and I started, I don't know, it just came. Honestly, like, I guess I put California mixed with Atlanta, and that was the best. That's what I came up with. I don't know. Honestly, I can't. It just came, it sounded so good, it stuck, and I wanted to change it, but everybody was saying, I don't change it. Yeah, they like it.
What were you going to try to change it to? And were you trying to change it because the times were different from when you wrote it to the present, or what was the reason you wanted to change it?
So the original title was, I think it was called The Plastic Bag, or a little cute plastic bag. It was something like, it was about a bag though. I know that it was a weird title. And the idea was like, this guy, Thomas, his life was just like, I don't know, he was like the bag. He was just floating wherever the wind blew him, kind of like his emotional state, And so it was that was like the original title. So when I came, like I said, when I came to Atlanta, like 2019, that's when I actually came with the title, to call it Atlantafornication. And it just sounded good. It sounded catchy. And, it's crazy because some of these advertising people, they kind of, I don't know, they feel like it might be too, I don't know, they saying something about the title like it's kind of risque, I guess. But
yeah, I could see why they would say that, because the fornication part, obviously, and Hollywood, they want their standard to stay standard, and no one wants to go outside the box. But someone's going to say yes to it, so don't worry about them.
Oh no, we said yes. My film company, we ain't going to nobody else. So we already said yes. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The other route might,
Yeah, we've been there. We tried them, and they kind of, I guess it's like I was watching an interview with Tyler Perry. I mean, I don't mean to be long-winded.
Oh, you good?
I was watching this interview and he was just saying about, crossing over into Hollywood and, the differences and stuff. And I feel like this is a film that does go well. I think it'll translate with all different audiences, but that's not like the main focus, not these days, you know what I'm saying? It's all about putting out content that we like and we want to see and that we feel good about, we're really not waiting on nobody. If they come and want to put some money down, come on. But, we're not waiting on.
I know that's right. Yes, because you wait around, the opportunity might not come. You gotta make your own opportunities. That's the way of entrepreneurship. That's my motto anyway, make your own way. So Van, you have a great presence about you that I noticed through the screen. Were you ever, is this like your first film or is this, how many films you got on your belt before this?
So this is my first leading role.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done student films, I've done short films, commercials and stuff, but yeah, this is my first leading role.
Ooh, okay. Well, you handled that very well. I enjoyed the film, by the way, guys. I watched it as soon as I got it, the same day. And I don't know what message, Chris, you wanted to get out of the story, but I know I found a few messages in it for myself. But I could tell you, Crystal, your part was so believable. I was mad at you. So you did a very good job as well too. Chris, what was the message that you were trying to get across with writing this?
I think it was about like relationships and just being faithful to the person you kind of with. And honestly, the idea was it was ironic. It was dark. It was a dark comedic message, but the real message was for me. Other people probably take what they, whatever they want to take from it, but it was kind of like, be with the person you're with, and if you don't want to be with them, don't be with them, but don't play games because you can end up, let's just say, not to give too much away, but you play games, you can end up, not winning the game. That's all I say.
You can lose the game you're playing.
Yeah.
You better be able to win the game you're playing. That's what you said, Crystal.
Yeah, if you're gonna play the game, you got to play to win. Something like that. People in their lives and their emotions, like losing is always an option, so it's best to not play the game like that.
So Crystal, your role, you were very believable, because I feel like there's a lot of Crystals out there when they have a great dude that they're with or a partner, and for me, I ran into a character like yourself in the world before, and I was like, nah, I can't. But because I feel like they were, I feel like the message I got from it was be with someone who is going to try to build. And I feel like your character wasn't trying to build with your mate. And you know what I mean? Did you get that from your character? Is that why you went so hard with your role, or did you have a different message out of your particular character? Hurt people.
Mm-hmm. And she had so much inside her that was just not, that she hadn't dealt with. So everything she was doing externally was just, to me, a result of her being hurt on the inside or not healing from any past situations, past trauma, for her to be able to take it out on someone who loves her the way he loves her. And then you just also have to be honest about yourself. If you're with someone and it's not the person you're supposed to be with, not who you feel like you want to be with, you don't stay around and make them feel bad about it. You do something about it yourself. So, but there are a lot of Angelas out there, and I do think hurt people. A lot of times it's much deeper than just this superficial, oh, she's mean, she's... Mm-hmm. It's a lot deeper than that, I think. So,
Chris, I don't know if this was also a message for you, that you were trying to get out, but I felt like it was important for the Black community to know about how to handle money. in a proper way.
That was definitely a message that was in there. And it was said, it's been said, and like I said, it's a great time, definitely like now for that message, like what's going on in the world. So yeah, it was definitely that was definitely a part of it though.
Okay, because I got that then. So you hit the point then. You stayed on course with your vision, because I definitely, as a viewer, got that message.
But like you said, it's always that person who wants to kind of go against that. And that's what I've encountered in the world,
Exactly.
Why not go this way? Why not do it this way? It's always somebody say, no, let's just do it the easy way, the way it's always been done, and it's all, but yeah, building and doing it the right way is very important.
Yes, I thank you for that message, and you did it in a way that we can digest it, not talking over our heads. You know what I mean? You were able to talk at the viewer's level, so I think a lot of people will get that message as well. Van, did you have before you got to the end of the script, like reading it, did you think that Chris was going to have your character end up the way that it did, or did you see it go in a different direction?
No, I had no idea. When I started reading it, I was like, okay, this is going to be nice. And then I read the end. I was like, man, I'm so glad I'm a part of this project, because this is dope. Like you don't see it coming.
I sure didn't. I'm gonna tell you that. I sure didn't. I said, dang, okay. It had to go out like that, but all right. I enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said it was good. It was great.
So how did you guys all know each other before casting, or did y'all all meet during this project? And how did y'all mesh with all the other talents that's not with us today on the Zoom call?
Well, Chris and I worked together on Live from 30,000 Feet. And then when he started working on this new project, he was like, you want to give it a try? You want to read it? See when heck yeah, I do. Because I think Chris has, he's incredibly talented. He's got such vision. And it's really nice to like get in the car with somebody who is going to drive you where they want to go, you know what I'm saying, and get you there safe. And I think he does a really great job of that. So once he said, I'm going to work on this, I was like, okay, I'm in. What do I need to do? And then we met and also worked with Anthony Turner on Live from 30,000 Feet as well, and Hervé. We were all on that film together. And then we met Van and Brittany when we did the casting for the film. So, but everybody was, it was great to work with everybody. We're all, actors. You get on set, you have a good time, you know your lines, you do the work.
Have you guys gelled together to where you guys still speak to each other outside of the film, or it was just a good moment, we're all here, but did you guys actually make friendships after that, or good work relationships, or how does that look behind the scenes?
I think we're pretty tight-knit. Everybody respects each other, I know Chris has a lot of things going on with film, and Crystal's doing her thing, so we haven't had time to hang out outside of the film, but I'm sure we will.
Okay. How long did it take you guys to film this? From start to finish, what's the estimated time that it took you guys?
So we started in July and we ended in I think September, but that was the principal, the principal leads, the principal roles. I think we finished up with everybody by, was it August or was it September? So it took about 2 or 3 months to just get it all, together. And it was spaced out. It wasn't always just, just every day we on set. It was spaced out. So,
Okay, that's a good time frame. It most definitely is, short film, a feature film, the standard. Well, I know I was on a feature film and it took about maybe 3 months. So that was pretty good that you kept up with the speed of that. That's commendable, because you do look pretty busy, Chris, that you were able to pull all this together.
Oh yeah. It was definitely a process though to do it. Being like my first film, like I said, we're an independent film company too, so it was definitely a process, but we put it together, we made it work.
So do you have a lot of we's? Like, how many people are on your team? Do you have a big team, small team?
Whoever is kind of like, me and D'Anthony Turner, we produced this together, and Brooke, her name is Brooke Jarrett, she was one of the producers. And, we had certain people that came in and did certain things like sound and, freelance people that were hired on to do certain things. But as far as like the producers, yeah, it was me, D'Anthony Turner, and Brooke Jarrett.
Okay.
So small team.
Hey, that's okay. As long as they committed and got the same passion as you, that's all you need, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you, Ben and Crystal, what do you guys do outside of acting?
Mostly it is acting, but I have a company. I teach fitness online. So I have a fitness business that I teach classes and personal training through Zoom. Started when the pandemic hit, it started really feeling better than ever. And since then, I've just kind of hit the ground running with it.
Okay, so you're a full entrepreneur actress, excuse me.
I'm a full-time mom. I have a 9.
Yes.
So I'm juggling some balls here.
Oh my gosh, Wonder Woman. All right, I ain't mad at it.
Thank you.
Man, what about you? What else you do outside of here? Well, outside of
I have a regular 9 to 5 doing price quoting, but I'm also starting in the clothing business, and I'm a father.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your shirt that you're wearing? One of your
pieces? It is. It's called Beyond 19.
Shout yourself out.
Right. So you can check me out. We on Instagram, Beyond 19. See what we got to offer.
What does Beyond 19 mean? Because we now created something that got the number 19 in it. So what is this?
Right. So 19 is a special number because it's my birth date and my wife's birth date. And we've been together for a while, and that number was just significant because it's a coincidence. Her number is 19, mine's 19, so.
Wow.
Make a clothing line with the number 19 in it. And then Beyond basically just represents being fearless, being great, and being yourself. Just going beyond what everybody else expects of you.
I know that's right, man. You better. Okay. I love the purpose behind it.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, what you say?
My business is Snapback with Crystal. It's the fitness business that's online, and it's just snapbackwithcrystal.com, and you can see everything there.
Chris, what about you? Tell everybody else, what else do you do? Are you full thrown into the film industry now, or are you, I know that you partook in music. So what is it that you do? What is under your umbrella, Chris?
And so far, that's kind of what I did. I think a couple years ago, I made that kind of deal with myself just to go straight into just doing just what I do. So like artificial pictures, like that's the umbrella like for music videos. I do vlogs, I do interviews, like I said, the films, just anything related to, filming and media. So that's what it is, and that's how I get it,
Okay. Yes, we working out here. Fabulous. Man, what was your favorite scene to work on? Or what was your hardest scene to work on? You could choose one of the other questions.
Let's go with the hardest scene.
Okay.
Because the favorite is my hardest scene was the funeral scene. Because so D'Anthony Turner, the comedian, right? And in that scene, it was kind of a dramatic scene. So I had to be down and while I was shooting it, they were there, they cracking jokes, they having a good time. So I had to block all of that out and stay in my zone so I could stay in character. So that was tough. I got
No,
it
to
done.
mention that was also the first day. You know, I think that was our first day shooting too. So yeah, it was definitely.
Crystal, what about you? What was what was a fun scene for you or a hard scene for you?
Well, I'll say D. Anthony Turner is hilarious. So most of the time, we were sitting on the couch and we started playing and just going off of each other, and he would say something funny, or I would. He's really easy to work with and gives you a lot to like run with, and we could be funny. Like it was a scary time. I think that might have been our first day shooting too, and it was just rolling at that point. I wanted to keep going, and Chris like, okay, let's move on to now. I'm like, are you sure?
Be positive.
What time? We can keep doing this.
So is it why did you guys choose film acting for your route of I don't want to say success, but your route of what you want to do in life? Why did you guys choose that?
Okay. Well, I wouldn't say I chose it. I'd say it chose me. It's what I'm supposed to do with my life. I've known my whole life this is what I was going to do, and I've worked towards that pretty much every day. I do something towards it. I went to school in New York. Then when I moved back here, I went to school here. I've always, even if I'm doing other things or have other jobs, like acting is my passion. It's in me. I'm going to do it no matter what. And I'm meant for it. So it's like everything aligns the way it's supposed to. It works out. I have full trust, full faith, and it's gotten me very far already. So I'm ecstatic with life right now.
Oh wow, that's what's up. You chose it. Well, it chose you. So it's a purpose. It was your, what is it? Calling. That is the word I was searching for. I cannot get it out. Okay, what about you, Van?
I always loved to perform. So when I was young, I did like plays in school. I was in the marching band. I had a little stint when I was doing rap. I did like 2 mixtapes. And then I moved to North Carolina, and I found out that there was a lot of productions there. And I started doing background work. When I was on set, I was just like, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life.
Okay. Have you done any schooling for acting, or are you just natural with it?
Nope, I have. I went to school in North Carolina.
Okay. And what was the name of the school? Do you remember?
It's called Actors Arsenal in Wilmington.
Oh wow. Okay. You know, and it's interesting because I didn't realize until I kind of got more into the film industry that there was a lot of activity out in North Carolina. I never really, never really hear them in the lineup of places to go for acting. It's always Los Angeles or Atlanta or New York. I never really knew, I over time I did. So that's why I asked you the name of the school, because maybe there's some viewers that don't know about that area as well. So, I try to also, for our viewers, to educate them on routes that they could possibly go for acting if that's what they desire to do. So thanks for answering what school that was. So now people can probably look into it, because you're a great actor, and obviously they taught you something to help sharpen your skill. So, And Crystal, one more time, what school were you? What was the name of your school? I didn't ask you.
I went to the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. So it sounds like there's a lot of singing involved. Do they train singers there?
There's 2 programs. There's a program for actors, and we still have to learn to sing it, and there's a musical theater program. And my background is theater. I did 3 off-Broadway plays. For 2 of them I did for 3 years, and then another one I did for 6 months. And I've toured nationally. Like, we did a lot of touring and stuff, especially when you're in New York.
Like I said, your acting spoke to me through the screen, because you made me mad as if I really knew you. So I was like, girl. So both of you guys did fabulous. And I guess training for you, it serviced your passion, because one questions I do ask actors that I've interviewed in the past were, do you recommend going to school, or can people actually do this profession without having that training. Now that you guys have the training, do you think you could still have done it without the training?
I think no matter what industry you're in, you learn the business of it. You take classes no matter what you're doing so that you, if you believe you want to do it. So I always, yes, I don't believe anyone's like, oh, I'm just that talent. No, you have to learn what your shot is. You have to learn to be able to look here when the camera's here and to there's someone there, and you've got to know when you walk into an audition room how to be a professional. You've got to have the tools you're supposed to take with you, your headshots and resumes and things of that nature, know how to slate. That stuff comes, you don't have to go to an acting school, but classes and educating yourself in the business you want to pursue is like the top. It's absolutely, that's what makes you serious about it.
Right.
Going to an acting school, but taking classes, constantly finding places to learn, to develop, to sharpen your tool is really important. And that's for any industry. You should definitely learn what you're going to do first so that you can go in there guns blazing.
Right, and not waste time trying to figure it out as you go along. Well, yes. Okay. What about you, Van? Do you think training, do you have the same perspective as Crystal, or do you have your own opinion about, is schooling important to pursue this profession?
Yeah, I do. I think schooling is definitely important because it helps you break down that wall when you could be vulnerable in front of people. Because you know when you're on set, it's never just you and the camera. So it helps you with that. And it also teaches you how to break down the script. Important. You gotta, each character is different in each role you're playing. So you want to get that, break it down and see, where you need to make your choices.
Okay, great advice from both of you wonderful actors and actresses. Chris, what about you? What is your opinion on this? Because I'm sure maybe you've had casting calls that you could probably tell that people were polished or not polished. What do you think from a director's perspective with the same question?
I mean, like, the industry like now is changing so much that people are starting to see a lot of first-time actors, even actors just pulled straight off the streets. You're starting to see a lot of that in like even major, Hollywood movies. So, I'm not an actor, so I can't really say much about the schooling as far as that. But definitely, like Crystal said, you want to get experience. Like, you definitely want to be able to, like, if nothing else, go do background for a while, or get on a set some kind of way so you can understand how things work. Do a play, do something. Don't just, try to jump straight in. Like, I mean, you're going to have to jump in, but definitely know what you're getting into.
People walk up, I can act, I could be acting. Do that then.
Yeah, because
right.
Listen, it's so funny. Even like, that's why I was telling you a second ago about, the way you're looking at what you're doing, because I get so many DMs and like just stuff like that nowadays from people saying, oh, I can act, I act too, or throw me in this. And I'm like, okay, I'm not even there yet, to even really be able to call them type of shots like that. But first off, like, I haven't seen you in anything, or I haven't seen you show that you act. So it's kind of like, what would make me want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to show me something,
Show me the money. Yes. Yeah. Poop in the pudding. Okay. So where we go from here, guys, as far as our next, because I see both of y'all going to the top. So where we about to go after this? What are we doing? Any more auditions? Are we doing more films? Chris, you on part 2, or you got another movie? Like, where are we going with this? What we about to do? So I could be on the lookout for all of y'all.
Yeah, I definitely got some new stuff coming, something in the works. So can't say much about it right now, but just know we're working. Definitely know that. Definitely be looking on the lookout again next year. So definitely working.
Okay. What about you, Van?
Yeah, like I said, I'm doing some auditions steady coming in. I recently did some stuff down in Miami for an HBO show. So that'll be coming soon. Just keep working.
To help our actors and actresses out that are trying to get their foot in the door, Van, can you give them like a place to go to find these casting calls, or you know, that's one thing a lot of people struggle with is the information. So is there information on how to guide them to start finding these casting calls, and should they have an agent? Do you have one? You know, questions that most beginners want to know.
So after you take your classes,
right?
You don't need an agent right away, but I would say definitely set up an account on Actors Access. Set up an account, Actors Access. That way you'll have access to at least short films, student films, and you can start auditioning and start getting some work done.
Okay, that's great advice. Crystal, what's your advice? Is it you have anything to add to what Van said?
Yeah, you research. If you look for the kind of career you want. So if there's an actor that has a career that you like what they've done, then you kind of look at what they did. You don't have to necessarily follow that, but you want to get an idea of what it'll take for you to accomplish the goals that you've set for yourself. And then once you do that, you start implementing them. You set your times, you make sure you're submitting every day, every other day, you're going out, working on projects, networking, getting to know other actors, forming the groups, because they've got a lot of groups here that consistently work together. And it's like either find your group or make your group, you know. Go into acting classes, not just like in a school, but there's a plethora of acting studios here in Atlanta. And going there, talking to those teachers, getting in showcases, learning, you know, what it is to audition. To me, it's always a learning process. So you do what it takes you follow the steps of what it takes to get where you want to go, basically, no matter what. So.
Okay. And Chris, what route did you go to do the casting call? Did you go through, like, how did you submit your information to let the world know, hey, I'm doing this film? Like, where do directors go to look for these types of people?
So like I said, kind of to bounce off what Van said, you know, as directors, you go to, it's called Breakdown Express, or you can go to Central Casting, or you can hire a casting agent. You know, it's ways to go, or, you know, word of mouth. Like some of these people in the film were found, you know, just from knowing somebody who's another actor, and they audition, and, you know, I like them and we use them. So it's a lot of different ways to get in, you know. And I don't even think everybody was really like trained actors in this, you know. So I get what they're saying, but sometimes, you know, directors, you know, you might have that look. You might have the look. You just might look exactly like somebody thought that you should look, and you might not even be able to act. But, you know, you got that look, and they run with it. But they are going to send you to some kind of acting class, though, or, you know, most of the time. So, yeah, for newcomers.
Okay. So this is my last question that I know a lot of inspiring people that haven't started yet have asked. So is this route expensive? Like, how, if I don't have money but I have a dream, what inspiration or advice would you give me?
It can get expensive. It can, especially now with things being like self-tapes, because you definitely want to have a nice setup at home for a self-tape. The classes, you know, it's not free. But like Chris said, you don't have to have, but if you choose to, it definitely costs a little something.
What was the least expensive class that you took? Do you remember?
Probably about 150.
That ain't bad. I mean, it could be, but
yeah, because it's an ongoing class.
Okay.
You know, so you're paying, you know, every week. So.
Okay, for each class you gotta run that 150. Got you. What
and
about
that's separate? That separates. I'm just gonna say that separates the people who want it from the people. That's why they put their price on it. You know, from the people who want it and the people who kind of, you know, want to wait for it, you know. So
good advice. That's facts. That's true. Either you want it or you don't. And if you do, how bad you want it. Crystal, what about you? What was the most least classes? Well, you went to school, so you kind of.
I take classes here.
Okay.
I have to stay on it. Because again, that's what people. The least expensive class is like, I think $100 for a month. And so you go once a And that also like that teacher has headshots, like they do some of everything, kind of almost like a one-stop shop. And so you just do research. And if you can't go in person, you look online, research, find some classes, find some tips, read some books. Just find ways to get more knowledgeable about what you want to do.
Got you. Great advice, everyone. Tell everyone before we go why we need to go watch Atlantafornication. And Chris, I'll let you end with it, and so you could tell us where and what time the viewers can go and support you.
It's dope. Let's just put it like that. It's a Black cast, Black director. The story is not your normal story. You're gonna get some comedy, you're gonna get some drama, and it's gonna keep you tuned in.
Crystal, what's your reason? Tell us why we need to come see you, girl.
I got some. It's a ride. Like, it is a good time. It's an escape with everything that's going on right now. It's so nice to be able to sit down and just get into something like Atlantafornication and have a good time, because it's fun. It's like a roller coaster. It's a thriller. There's so many things happening, so many turns. It's awesome. You got to see it. You do.
And Chris, before you start, I just want to say the part that was really cracking me up, and he did a really great job, was the fiend that was outside the store. He really had me cracking up. Like, he played his role, honey. He had me rolling.
Yeah, Marcus Tab, shout out to him. Yeah, me cracking up doing the editing every time.
He's silly. I could tell that's probably natural characteristic of him. Like,
yeah, he's a comedian. He's a comedian too, stand-up comedian.
He was funny. He really had me cracking up. All right, Chris, lead us out with why we need to come watch your film, and why you to think you the bomb because you with, and where we gonna see it, and what time, and all of that. Give it to us.
All right, if you don't know it, you slow. It's coming out December 24th, the day before Christmas. So on Christmas, you ain't doing nothing. After Christmas, you're not doing nothing. New Year's, you're not doing nothing. Right now, you can head over to Amazon Prime and check us out. You know what I'm saying? And that's just it's like she said, it's a dope film. It's just a roller coaster ride, and it's a lot of fun. It's not nothing too serious, although there are serious points in there. Sometimes you might feel like you might want to cry, and then we're gonna turn around, we're gonna make you laugh, after you cry. So I just think it's a good film, and definitely in this the climate we're in, like down in Atlanta, working with this Hollywood South, Black Hollywood, whatever you want to call it, we're definitely on the frontier of the game with this. So check us out, man. There's definitely more to come from us. So just like that.
All right. Well, I thank you guys for spending time with Shadowing Pros, where entertainment lives. And I definitely want to see what is in store for you all, because every last one of you was the bomb. Even the cast members that did not make it today, everyone, you could tell that there was good chemistry behind the scenes. You could tell everyone worked well with each other. And if there was someone who didn't, y'all jailed it over and y'all got to it and got the job done. But I'm happy to see this type of cast, and everyone did great. And viewers out there, make sure you guys support their dream as well, and wait till you see who I have next on Shadowing Pros, where entertainment lives. Peace out.
Hey y'all, my name is Crystal Ferris, and I play Angela Benson in Chris Kendrick's Atlantafornication. As an actor, we tend to want to hustle, we tend to want to make sure we're doing every single thing right, but the one thing I tell actors is to be purposeful. Make intentional movements. Don't hustle for hustle's sake. Be clear about what you desire, and then set your sights on that, and know that it is yours. You get to have what you want.
Hey, I'm Van Cooper. I'm an actor, and you can catch me in the up-and-coming feature film, Atlantafornication. You gotta have a survival job that's flexible. Always prepare for 12-hour shoot days. Study. Make sure you know all your lines. Make sure you know what scenes you're shooting that day. Just study everything for the production, so when you get on set, you're ready to go and be professional.